Ather Energy, one of India's first and most reputable manufacturers of e-scooters, is finally turning 10. And in those 10 years, they've given us many firsts. The first e-scooter to feature proper touchscreen dashboard, the first e-scooter to feature usable Google Sat-Nav, auto hold as a standard feature, and of course, an aluminium chassis. To commemorate all those firsts, what they've done is they've given us the last and final iteration of their best-selling flagship product, the Ather 450X. What you're looking at here in a brand new color is a limited edition scooter called the Ather 450X Apex. So what's new about this scooter? Well, in terms of its battery size, not much. Regulations prevent Ather Energy from taking an existing production scooter and just giving it a power bump or a torque bump. So as such, it has the same 3.7 kilowatt hour battery, it's got the same power figures, the torque figures, nothing in that sense changes. It's even got the same curb weight and the same touchscreen. But visually, as you can see, what they've done is they have made this plastic panel here translucent, so you can see the aluminium chassis. It's painted in bright orange, and what it does is it kind of celebrates what the Ather 450X has been all about. This particular shade of blue that you see here is actually quite special because it's the first new shade of blue to be discovered in the last 200 or so years or so, Ather claims, and it's taken several layers of finishing to create this satin effect. Ather claims that this will be limited in production. They've not given us a number, but they've told us that in the next 8 to 9 months is where we will see this scooter being produced. It is of course very expensive. They're not utilizing any subsidy for this particular one, so it's really designed for fans and enthusiasts of the brand, or people who really want to experience what a really quick e-scooter can do. And in that sense, this is very different from its predecessor because it packs what is called a Warp Plus mode. Now the Ather 450X thus far has seen a maximum performance mode of Warp, that is above its sport mode, but this one does away with the Warp mode, and instead from sport you go directly into Warp Plus mode, in which case the acceleration is a lot quicker than before.
Engaging Warp Plus requires a simple flick of a switch. The Apex dispenses with the existing Warp mode in the 450X, taking you directly to Warp Plus from its sport mode. Pin the throttle and the effects of Warp Plus are immediate. Ather says acceleration between 40 to 80 km per hour has improved by 30%, but on track it feels like a lot more. Perhaps this is because Ather has tweaked its in-house developed Ather Drive Control Unit or ADC to make the power transfer from the throttle to the wheel in an even quicker 90 milliseconds. And the result is that you get this sort of mild whiplash effect anytime you accelerate between 0 to 80 km per hour. Then there's its other party trick, the magic twist function. The Ather 450X already had a negative throttle braking function, but with this, electronic regenerative braking is far more effective. Although it wasn't extensively tested on the road this time, the magic twist function, according to Ather, can take care of 75% braking requirements in the city riding scenarios, and you can even control the braking force through a drop-down menu on the central touchscreen.
Warp Plus mode disengages magic twist, but till the time you're in sport, you don't even need to tap the brakes when you're doing city speeds. All you need to do is just twist it in the opposite direction and the scooter starts to come to a grinding halt. With all that said, let's take it for a spin and see what the scooter is all about.
Around corners, the Ather Apex feels as nimble and planted as ever. But exiting corners is a lot more fun given the surge of acceleration provided by Warp Plus. Still, despite its name, the Apex is very much targeted at city riding, having reached the thermal threshold of the battery management system. This means that how long you stay in Warp Plus mode continuously depends on your ambient temperature. While successive laps on track didn't phase the apex, a continuous run of 10 kilometers is what Ather reckons Warp Plus will give you in the city. And should your battery charge fall under 40%, Warp Plus functions more like the existing Warp mode on the standard 450X. And should it fall below 20%, well, Warp Plus cannot be accessed until the battery is recharged.
This does affect the range as well because we're still operating with the same battery size, so the more you utilize Warp Plus, the less range you're going to get.
And at Rs 1.89 lakh ex showroom without utilizing any subsidy, the Apex is pricey, and therefore its production numbers will be limited to the kind of demand the scooter sees over 2024.
This is a niche product and Ather Energy knows this. It's meant to be targeted purely at enthusiasts, and as such, they're not really expecting this to be a big sales success. It's going to be limited in production run. What makes it significant is the fact that this kind of points at a bright future for the brand, because a lot of what we see, the consistency that they've displayed in the past and the consistency that this scooter showcases, just how well finished their scooters can be, just how consistent the performance can be, just what kind of features we can expect from a brand that has pioneered in so many ways. So as far as serving as a barometer of the future is concerned, the Ather 450X Apex points towards a lot of promising new developments.
The Ather 450X Apex is a victory lap of sorts and a showcase for what Ather's next decade holds. According to the brand's co-founder Tarun Mehta, future scooters will feature regenerative braking that can take care of as much as 100% of everyday city riding braking inputs. And as for performance, if the Apex is any indicator, the future of Ather Energy and e-scooters in general looks pretty bright.